How well do you wrap it? Welcome back to Jamie Dove, Florida Pottery. In this episode, I talk about wrapping and packing for shipping. One more hurdle potters face at one time or another is shipping. We spend countless hours creating beautiful works of art for people to enjoy, and the internet has given buyers from around the globe access to that work. Now we have to become experts at packing to prevent these fragile creations from ending up like this. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how I packed a coffee mug and how I packed an odd-sized bowl, and I'll give you some pointers that I've picked up along the way. So check it out. I sold this coffee mug, now I have to pack and ship it. I use a 9 by 9 by 9 inch box. Packing tape on a roller, I like to use two different types of bubble wrap. The small celled wrap and the larger celled wrap. The first thing I do is to prepare the box. I fold the flaps of the box in and I tape the seam. I also tape the outer edges of the flaps to give it extra strength and support. And now I move on to wrapping the mug. I start off by placing some cards. I like to start off with the smaller celled bubble wrap. I generally use 3 sheets. I wrap the bubbles facing inward towards the piece. Now the theory behind that is smaller bubbles fill in the gaps and the nooks and crannies and create a soft layer. I tape that off to hold the wrap. I take my fingers and press the wrap piece to see if I can feel the actual piece of pottery through the plastic. If I can feel a hard edge or a surface, I know it needs another layer. Now I take the larger celled bubble wrap. Usually I use 3 sheets as well. Once again, bubbles inward. I wrap the package in an alternate direction to the previous layer and tape it off. Again, I check the wrap to see if I can feel the pottery. Now it's time for the third layer of wrap. This layer I use the smaller celled bubbles again. Once again, facing the bubbles inward. I wrap the plastic wrap around and tape it off. I feel the package to determine if it's wrapped sufficiently. Now it's time for peanuts. No, not those kind. This kind. Yes, styrofoam packing peanuts. I received the styrofoam peanuts in an order and I couldn't bring myself to throw them away. So I'm recycling. I am just passing these along and hopefully someone else does the same thing. Earth Day every day. That's what I say. I filled the box about 1/3 the way up with peanuts and I placed the package inside the box at an angle, just so the corners of the package press up against the wall of the box snugly. I know the person getting this mug, so I put a little something special inside, a little trinket, just an added surprise. Then I pour more peanuts into the box. I pack the peanuts lightly, tight enough to hold everything in place, but just enough give to absorb an impact. Now I fold the flaps and give it some tape, and a little more tape, and yes, some tape. Now that this mug is wrapped and boxed, I'll put it aside and I'll box up this bowl. This bowl is an odd size for all the different boxes I have, so I had to find an appropriate box. I was on my way to Office Depot, which is in a busy shopping plaza 2 blocks from my house. Now, as I cut behind the shopping center, I saw the goose that laid the golden egg. Cardboard recycling dumpster right behind a Ross department store. There is every size box imaginable. I know I have some other odd sized pieces that will be going out, so I grabbed a few extra boxes for the inventory. Like the other box, I fold out the flaps and tape the seams. I tape the outer seams as well. I start off by placing some cards in the bowl, and then I put some styrofoam peanuts in as well, just to fill the void between the bowl and the plastic wrap. Wrapping is very similar. I start off with smaller bubble wrap, I wrap it, and then I tape it. Using the larger cell plastic, I wrap another layer around the bowl. I check to see if I can feel any hard edges. Using the smaller bubbles, I make a third wrap around the bowl. I tape the wrap in place and give the package another feel. I fill the box about 1/3 of the way with styrofoam peanuts. Like the mug, I place the package inside the box, wedging the corners against the cardboard walls. Now I fill the box to the top with more styrofoam peanuts. I fold the flaps and tape it. And I tape it and I tape it. With a couple of keystrokes and mouse clicks, I print out the labels, I attach them to the boxes, and then I'm off to the post office, where I'll ship my pottery to their new home. It looks like a pretty elaborate wrapping job, but I've heard of guys wrapping the work, boxing, and then double boxing the box. I learned my lesson many years ago through a few miserable experiences, and with that came knowledge. What not to do. and how to wrap something that package handlers could play rugby with, because you know they do. If you enjoyed the video and you found it helpful, hit like. Share the video with someone who could benefit from it. Leave a comment if you have a question or you want to see me demonstrate something. And once again, thank you very much for watching the video. Go have fun. Go play in the clay. Take care.